Hello and welcome back to Satisfactory. This is two brain cells fighting for third place. I'm Sgt.HamNutz,
I'm K10.
and we're just two idiots playing Satisfactory together.
Pretty much.
Alright, this episode we kind of really need to get our milestones done, like majorly. Like, go over here, like our milestones just need... Yes, let's just say that. This one, I'll load up our objectives for this episode so that we can get everything underway. Good if I could spell.
Yeah, that's the problem with dyslexia. Khan don't let you do that.
Yes. And I'll place this one with... There we go. Check out the third one.
Factory more!
Alright. So this episode, we really need to get our iron, like, properly sorted out. Especially our production of bolted steel plates, our binded steel plates.
Yep.
Between episodes, K10 went and found... What was it?
I found a coal node and a sulfur node, so I'm currently making gunpowder like the war criminal I am.
Yes! Alright, that's good. Alright, now, in this episode, I'm going to get a few things done for our... Ooh, glue squid. Power slug. Damn, what was I talking about?
Playing too much Minecraft.
Yes. In this episode, I'm going to get our steel plates underway and making bonded iron plates. So that we can get our logistics Mark II sorted out, so we can have faster conveyor belts, especially when we're combining two different nodes together, so that we can just have a single fast node and then split it off like usual. But I'd still do like the belt highway, which was made in our last episode. So we've got our concrete, 3 iron, and 1 copper. You want to say something, mate?
At the moment. Yeah, belt highways are always a good thing, speaking from a little bit of experience. I never used to do them, but they're always handy. It's mainly the things that I think we should be, like, focusing on is, like, yes, exactly what you said. Let's get some steel plates underway. Let's get some reinforced iron plates, like, being produced. Bunch of screws. Let's just overhaul the iron production, which is... We've got screws already ready.
Yeah, which is good, and this is
Kind of.
producing 40 per minute. Would you like to put one of those
120.
lines into like a storage unit, so when we need them we can?
Yep. So we're making 120 screws per minute at the moment.
So if we use, and what is it for bonded iron plates? That is, where is it? Reinforced iron plates. We need a total of 30 and 60. So for a total of 80 we're making on that. Like, we've got, what is it, 120. We're putting some into that. So we can make one line of reinforced iron plates so that we can set that up, and then, because we'll have to use this line here for, I think, rotors, so that we can do all that stuff as well.
So reinforced iron plates, because we've got 120, we can do 2 lines going from the 2 smelters going into iron plates.
Yeah, but we need to get our rotor manufacturing up as well, so...
Yep, true.
I reckon in this episode as well...
Rotors.
I reckon in this episode as well, like, we should do this.
What is this?
You'll see.
Alright.
I reckon that as well. I realized I messed that up.
Fair enough. I couldn't even read it.
Elevator to space. All right.
Ah, space elevator. Okay.
Yes.
Let us put that on the to-do list then.
Yes. So, space elevator requires yes amount of
500
materials. 500 concrete, 250 iron plate, 1500 wire, and 400 rods.
Yep.
We'll send iron rods. It will be great if I can figure out my own math. Alright, we can set one of these smelters to 2 constructors for iron rods.
Yep.
So what I'll do is I'll get that started. I actually need reinforced iron plate.
Yeah, it's funny how that happens.
Yes.
Remember, folks, never destroy your old factory while you're building your new one.
Yes. I've got a lot of stuff here. I've got some spare biomass for biomass burners and whatnot.
Yep. Actually, I've got a fair amount of stuff. I'll go chuck some more in there. Check on our power too.
Yeah. I might put these circuit boards into the awesome sink because we kind of
Don't need them at the moment.
don't need them for now.
No.
Did a little bit of exploring whilst... Yeah, did a little bit of exploring whilst between episodes and have found a few items, including one of them being the hard drive. The hard drive is what you put into your MAM here. And with that, once you start researching the MAM, you will get alternative recipes. So one of the best early game recipes to start off with is probably the cast screws. Being one of them. Let's hope we get them, but there's a chance that won't happen.
Yeah, so when you research a hard drive in the MAM, it will give you 3 options for alternate recipes. You can pick one of them, and then the rest go into basically the database that can just re-roll until you get all of them or enough of them.
Yeah.
Hard drives are a finite resource. They're found throughout the map in the crash pods we showed you on episode 1.
Yep.
Yeah, normally guarded, normally requiring either power, materials, or both to access. But yeah.
Yeah, be about right. Alright, let's hope I have enough to make, what, 2 constructors? Yeah, we really need to start setting that up. Like, we need rotors for, like, everything. Yep, I can set up 2 constructors to get our iron rods underway.
Nice.
I will set them up. One there, one there. These 2 constructors will be going off this one smelter, which has produced more than enough iron dingos, iron bars to make our rods.
The word you're looking for is ingots, I believe.
That too. Alright, so what we'll do is I'll line it up.
We also need to consider of how much space we're using versus like how much space we need for these. So if you're going to use this one, that's absolutely fine, but you need to figure out how you're going to snake the rest of the conveyor belts in through to access the other 4.
That's why we'll send it like upwards. That's why we've got the wall star conveyor wall lifts and all that.
That is a good option. That's why a lot of people do multi-story builds.
You got any
can
iron
just-
plates on you? at all?
Yeah.
Cool.
2.
I'm going to need to craft more. But as you're saying...
Yeah, having multiple stories allows for just a bit more logistics. I always emphasize having the floor that your stuff comes in on being a logistics floor, just making sure that everything goes where it needs to, do some load balancing, which is a bit more of a complicated thing that you can get on a little bit later. I'm not very great at it, so I'll probably let Ham either figure that out or do that, because
what I'll
it's not something I'm good at.
what I'll mostly do is when K10 isn't online or when he isn't available, I'll make a solo episode saying that, hey, this is what we're doing. Like, say, like we're making the factory better. We're adjusting everything to make it look a bit nicer. That's pretty much how I'm pretty much just gonna say.
Let's do a whole bunch of cosmetics.
Yeah. It's not as neat as I want it, but that's just doing its job. So both of these will be set to iron rods, which is 15 per minute on both. So we'll have a total of 30 iron rods a minute, which is good for now. Until we get into like a lot of other stuff and we'll be like, yeah, we're going to need a lot more. All right. So obviously we need to power them, so that's the one thing I forgot to do. So I'll bring this power from over here. Is that dual? Yeah, it's a dual wall
Pretty
unit.
close. Yeah, although you need that.
Yeah. So I have them going. Now, to make assemblers, we need reinforced iron plates and rotors. Rotors require screws and iron
Rods.
rods. That too. So what we can do, because we're making 30 per minute, we can set a split. We can put these both into a merger and set a splitter off, so they'll evenly distribute it at 10, 10, 10. Have one of the 10 going into a storage unit, so we can gather in case we need to use that later, as well as send them both into... I need to get this back up. Where is it? So yeah, that we just need 100 screws per minute. So we're currently making, what, 40, 80, 120. We're going to need a lot more. We're going to need a lot more screws.
Yeah, so this is my suggestion. How many reinforced iron plates do we want per minute?
Reinforced iron plates, that takes 5 across, 5 per minute.
How much do we want per minute is the question.
I say if we can get at least
20, 50?
I say if we can get at least like as like a good base starter for reinforced iron plates, 10 per minute is probably like a good start off point, especially for new players who haven't got really a great idea on how automation works yet.
Yep. Alright, so for 10 iron plates per minute, how many screws do we need? How many iron plates do we need? And we run backwards.
Okay, so reinforced iron plates to make 10 per minute. So if we do say at 200%, we need 60 iron plate per minute and 1200 screws a minute. Not 1200, 120 per minute for screws. So what we can do is we can take that storage block off and set up the iron plates to work, like get an iron plate set up going. But we're going to need 3 smelters just making iron plate alone.
Yep.
And that's for 120. And I reckon we need to get the logistics Mark 2 out of the way. No, we don't. Yes, we do. So that we can put the 120... No. No, it's 60 per minute for iron plates we need. But it's 120 per minute for screws. So technically we still do need the Mark II logistics belts set up.
But we need the production of
that
reinforced iron plates before we can get that.
Yes, which is the only downside. So, alright. We'll set up 3 of these.
We make the system first, and then once it's upgraded, we can optimize it.
Yes. Alright, so we'll set these 3... Like, these 3 are smelters right here. We'll set just for iron plates. So what we'll do is we'll... I say we bring that... I say, because we've got our screws going here, we'll bring those out beside the screws here because I'll be going into the same line. Don't forget to hold control and it'll snap to it. Alright. There we go. I'll just go make some more iron plates for us.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so... as you heard us saying, we're going or heard K10 say, we're gonna get all the machinery built straight away, built what we need, and then as we unlock the milestones, we will slowly but surely optimize the entire system so they're running at 100% of what they should be instead of what they are now. So we need 120 screws per minute, which we're already producing. We need 60 iron plate per minute is what we're not producing. Once we get that sorted and out of the way, we'll be laughing when we make our everything. Ah, the MAM is done.
Ooh.
All right. Now, with the MAM, the hard drive's already complete. Click onto it, and here it comes up to with what you got for analysis. Okay.
What we got?
We've got cheap silica, fine concrete, or bolted frames. Right. Most base recipes are, well, obviously base recipes. So say if we were to go K10, what's the recipe for the iron frames or the modular frames?
Modular frames. That is a great question. Let me have a look. What the heck happened? I just got the hard drive because I exited out of it.
Okay, now, alright, here's a bug in Season 8, is that if 2 people are in the MAM at the same time, and they're both looking at the hard drive, and figuring out what you want to get, and one of the people back out to have a look at, to do what K10 was just about to do, is look up the modular frames recipe. You take the hard drive, you accidentally re-roll you take the hard drive out, and you accidentally re-roll what you're getting from the hard drive. Me, personally, it comes in handy now and then knowing that little exploit, but I don't like to use it often because I like to have the challenge of, well, what am I going to get? Is it going to be something I can use or what?
He likes to gamble.
Yes. But I'm not 30. Yet.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to now leave that for another 10 minutes to let that sort itself out. Okay, so that was an accidental reroll.
We also want to may want to have a look at some other ventures like the space elevator, because we're going to need to upgrade to coal power fairly soon, or we need more biomass generators, because we are getting to the point where you may want more.
How low is low at the moment? Are we running on it?
we're not too bad, but it's at a point where I would start thinking about either putting more biomass generators down, or biomass burners,
Alright.
or start thinking about the next one.
Alright. Well, do you want to do this? Do you want to set up production on concrete?
Done.
Alright. Oh, yeah, that's right, because we need 500 concrete. We'll set up a proper facility for it soon.
I do have 500 concrete at the moment. I just need the rods and the plates, and then I can build the space elevator.
We will need a platform for the space elevator.
Yeah.
So that uses
Probably.
steel plate. That uses iron plates.
There we
and
go. I
concrete.
now only need iron plates. 250.
Well, I've got currently 90 on me, but that's setting up this line.
Yep.
All right, so there's 2 constructors there. Ooh, I get to use this. I get to use this. Sweet. Oh, I don't have it unlocked. Bugger. Let's see if it was in the MAM. If not, let's see if it was in the awesome shop. There is one thing that I like to use in Satisfactory, especially with like army management and all that, and they don't have it in this. That's right. Is in one of your milestones, especially if I go. I think it's Logistics Mark II, which is what we're going to be trying to sort out. Is you get stackable conveyor poles. What they do is that you can just stack conveyor belts on top of each other, and they won't interfere at all, which is good, which is kind of what I want. I reckon we don't touch jump pads for a good long time because we don't need them.
Personally, jump pads are useless. Just, that might be a spicy take, but I have never seen anyone that seriously uses jump pads. Don't get me wrong, they can be useful in certain circumstances. Personally, I don't see a use for them.
Neither here. That's...
At least in any factory that I have built or seen.
Yeah. There we go. We've now got iron plates going.
Nice.
That looks janky, but once we get everything set up, we'll optimize it all. I just hit that power pole. Jump on the constructor. Alright. So iron plate is now underway. Stacks up to 200, so we can leave this running for a while to let that stack up.
Yep.
Alright. So now we need... Did we want to set up another...
So basically this front line is just to make the reinforced iron plates.
Yes.
So we've got our 60 iron plates per minute.
No,
and we have 120.
We've only got 40
going.
going. We've only got 40 going per minute. We need one more constructor.
Yep. Sorry, my mistake.
And I'll set that up. You missing something?
Yeah, I'm just collecting plates for the space elevator.
Okay. I'll set up the last constructor whilst you're doing that.
Very good.
Alright, cool. K10, do you wanna hear something funny?
Always.
My mother has found out that I make
Your mum.
videos. Yes. So with that
Oh,
being
man.
said, hi mom.
Hi, nuts, mum.
Jesus. She's gonna look at this video and be like, oh my god, my son's a complete tool.
That's wrong.
Then again, it's not wrong.
Nah. I can't find fault with that statement.
Yeah. Alright, now I'm making 60 per minute on these 3 conveyor belts.
Nice.
So we've got 120 and 60. Now we need something known as an assembler. An assembler requires 8 reinforced iron plates and 4 rotors and 10 cable. I've got a metric ton of cables. If you want to put it on the ground for a while, we'll make a platform after.
Very well.
This is cool watching this
Yes.
setup. Like,
Watch this animation.
it just sets itself up. It looks so good. Hey, Moth.
Mothman,
Please
please get out of the way. Please, Mothman.
And here comes the elevator itself. Oh, that is wicked looking. Old
Something oddly sexual about this animation.
mate.
I don't know what it is.
Well, that's like how it has the sound of the nuke when it's bloody getting near. It's like the. It was feeling awesome.
And legs have clamped. Time for insertion.
And there we go. Our space elevator is now complete.
Truly majestic.
Now, to unlock both tiers 3 and 4, we need something known as smart plating. Smart plating is 1 rotor and 1 iron plate, reinforced iron plate. We're getting production set on the reinforced iron plate. We just need production set on rotors. And I better take this to-do list down.
Oh, just
I
that
just,
one.
I just wonder, can you
better
make a?
tick
You
forward.
can actually make you can actually make multiple space elevators. That's good to know. So we
I've
can
never
have.
tested that personally.
It'll be cool.
I could test that in my clocked world because I've never tried it before.
Oh, you can test it out later. All right,
Yeah,
so
true.
we've now got that going. I'll go make some rotors and plates, so I can get everything set up for the assembler. So an assembler
Yes, golly.
requires 8 reinforced iron plates and 4 rotors. Rotors only require rods and screws, so we can get the 4 of those out of the way straight away. All right, cool. I'll figure out, see what we've got, and yeah. All right. In the MAM, we've got.
Right, this time we are not backing out of this.
All right, we've got alternative We've got our alternative recipes. We've got iron wire, copper rotor, or copper alloy ingot.
Well, we don't have foundries yet, and yeah, that could be good, but we don't have foundries. Couple the iron wire. I mean, it's a good alternative because you get more iron than copper just on the map.
Yeah.
Copper rotors.
Is 6 copper sheet and 52 screws to make 3 rotors. And that makes 11.25 per minute.
Yes.
And all we need is 195 screws per minute and 22.5 copper sheet per minute. And then we've got 11.25 rotors per minute.
I mean, it's certainly an option. I would say do what you think is best.
All right.
And that's
okay.
just advice for everyone. These recipes are just a different way of doing things. You can do everything stock standard. You can find one that you really love and base your entire build around them. They're just a different way of doing things.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll go the copper rotor. So now that we can actually get a use for that, use for the
That
copper.
copper line.
Yep. As well as I'll do another ping for copper.
There's
There's
a few around.
2 literally just over here.
Yep.
Less than 100 meters, and they're down here. Alright, I'll quickly check what type these are. Alright. I think these are impure nodes. These ones.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so would you like to set up a little copper station? I'll use this.
Yeah.
I'll use this belt over here for copper sheets, and those 2 impure nodes will be wire and
Cable.
cable. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll set up a little personal use auxiliary stuff with like it'll eventually just like have 2 bins here that'll all just go into.
They'll just funnel into. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Whilst
I need
he's
some materials.
whilst he's dealing with that, I'll sort the rest of this out for our reinforced iron plate. All right. Cool. So I got more than enough iron plate. Actually, instead of having to run all the way back over there all the time, I'm going to place another craft bench down here. Because it does get tedious having to run back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, that's why I always suggest have the materials on you to make one. Just because sometimes you just need to make one.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
They cost next to nothing anyway.
True.
Alright. Now we've got our assembler. So, this one I will place pretty much in between the iron plates and the screws. What I'll do is I'll make a not really a manifold system for it. It's more like just get them all just onto one line, merges, everything. So with that, I only need 2 merges per side. And merges, let me guess, I have nothing for it. Yes, I actually do have everything for it. Yay. Alright. So.
Yeah, having multiple things on one belt, which is kind of like a convergence point, is a thing that's kind of known as a sushi belt.
Yeah.
Don't really know why it's called that. I think it has something to do with like those sushi joints that actually have like a belt that runs around the entire thing. Different
Sushi
stuff on
train?
it. Yeah, basically. But it's just a belt.
Yeah. We'll bring this back by 1 more node. Okay. Logistics, a merger. We'll have this merger facing out this way, in line with that one, and this one facing this way in line with that one, and vice versa. So I have this one sitting there, and then have you go that way. Alright. Now, this is going to be our only bottleneck for the time being, is screws. Because we're producing more than what our belts can produce.
What the belt can handle, yeah.
Yeah. Where our plates are more than fine, but it's still a pain.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. So now we can that lines up there. That lines up there.
Actually, no. I'll take care of it. Because I'm doing this little setup for the copper, we're probably going to be pushing into the part of we may need more biomass burners, so I will handle that.
Yep, no worries. Well, I handle the production of our like rotors and screws, rotors and plates.
Very well. Very good, my good sir.
Very good, very good. Right.
Very good.
This is now producer and reinforced iron plates. Alright, cool. Now, an assembler, it takes 2 items and just obviously makes them into 1 item. So we've got...
It assembles things.
Yes. So we've got 60 iron plates coming into this merger. And we've got 120 screws coming into this one. We don't need that. We need only half of it. So what I'll do is I'll make a secondary assembler so that everything will be placed up. And my Discord is going nuts. You'll probably hear in the video the tukunk, tukunk. Yeah. I think that's just everybody figuring out what we're doing tomorrow for D&D, so...
I may actually need to take the reins on that discussion then.
Alright, yeah, so what I'll do
But
is...
first, factory.
Yes. So what I'll need is another 4 screws. Another 4 rotors, I mean. Bugger, I can't even speak. So there's that. So I'll take what's left of that one. And then... make 4 more rotors. Bring this out. Line it up with this guy. I am missing iron plate. Bugger. 6, 7, and 8. Alright. Flip you around. There we go. Now, what I'll do here is I'm going to use 2 splitters. One on this belt, one on the other belt. Might be thinking, like, how am I going to work this out? I don't know. This is the fun part, is you got to try and think, like, is this going to work or is this not? That's pretty much the fun of it, is like, you got to just pretty much have fun with the game. So, to split it onto this line here, roughly about there. And a splitter roughly there, hopefully there. That's not aligned. Alright there. Alright, cool. That's as rough as as rough as guts. Alright. So now don't have enough steel plate. Take that. Alright. This belt will go straight there. So now this one, the belt's covered. So I'm going to use a conveyor lift on it. Just go up by 1. Bring it over here. Have it roughly in line with everything. So also if you press H, you can lock the hologram. And if I'm correct, if I hit R, should be able to reverse it. So add that there. Add that there. Place a conveyor belt that goes along there and straight over there. And that was one off. Alright. I know for a fact I'm going to fix that up later. Alright, we've now got screws coming along this side and iron plates on this side. Connect this
Very good.
up to power and put reinforced iron plates. We are laughing.
Ha 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 ha.
Damn it, K10. Okay, so that's now set up. They're producing what I want. Now we're making 10 reinforced iron plates per minute, which is good.
Lovely.
And once that produces 50, we can start getting everything set up for Logistics Mark II.
Or the smart plates.
That too. And the smart plates require rotors and reinforced iron plate. Alright. I'll set up a area to do rotors. So once again, I can't remember anything for the life of me. Alright. Have you got that? Actually, I need to bring that copper production in so I can get that going. So I can do the copper
just
shape.
need to power it.
Is that doing?
Which I need cable for.
Oh, cable. I've got some.
Wire, sorry, I'm trying to make the poles.
Oh, well, there's cable and wire there for you. Alright, how much power are we using?
I just put down 3 new biomass burners, so we should be right.
Yep, no worries. Okay,
Does mean we need to keep on top of biomass, though.
well, there's plenty of foliage around.
Yep.
Okay. So, I'll...
Bit of foliage.
Yes. And I'm going to need another production line for screws again. Especially because we're making those ones. If I could jump on this conveyor belt, I'll be happy. Yeah. As you can see here, like, because we're only using Mark 1 belts and they're 60 per minute, we are backed up with screws. So they'll shut off, like, whenever a machine turns yellow, it just means it's an idle. And currently, our 3 screw productions are in idle and they slowly turn green.
Idle or standby, same thing, different words. Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's not doing the stuff.
It's not doing the stuff we need.
It's not doing the stuff.
Alright, so... I can turn one of these lines into screws. And then one of the... This is where you have to start thinking in this game. It gets very confusing. Alright, we've got I think one smelter left. Yes, we do.
Yep. It's in a very awkward angle.
I ain't go burr. Alright, so... We could... Technically... What's our current power consumption looking like?
We're alright. With that little boost and then that little cut, we should be about where we were.
About where we were? Alright. I'm going to produce enough screws, so...
Max capacity is 128. Capacity is 270.
Yes. That's 40 per minute. I need 100. I'm just trying to think, like, if I can... No. It's not going to work. Bugger. Alright. What I'll do is I'll make all the machines, like, better organized. You shall see us back in a few seconds. Alright, and back from that, yeah, I realized that our little iron works down there wasn't going to be enough space, so I decided to make a small little secondary platform up top, or a second story, for the rotors, because we've got iron plates, reinforced iron plates down the bottom, and we're going to have rotors being done up top, and then we'll just put them together and Bob's your uncle. And as we'll go on, we got everything set up for our Logistics Mark II, which is good. So now we can literally press the button.
Push that button.
So now we have faster conveyor belts, which is good.
Are now accessible. To encourage additional verticality, conveyor poles now have a stackable variant.
Which means we really need to get on to the smart plates.
That is what this second story is making, the rotors for the smart plates. So we've got
Nice.
10 per minute down there. We need... Alright, so that makes 4. Smart road needs how many? 2. Alright, so we only need 2 per minute for reinforced plates. And I make 4 per minute with the standard recipe for rotors. So I'll start quickly get that set up, and we're laughing. So what I'll do is I'll send this one going this way and here. Wrong one. Get a splitter to sort yourself out right there. Connect you. Connect you. Connect you. Alright. These are going to be our iron rods. Alright, let's just need to hook power up to these guys. So, there and there. So iron rods and screws are now being produced. So all I need now is an assembler. Yay. So I just need literally 4 rotors. And then we can make
I have 4 rotors.
Hey, sweet. That is good. Where are you?
I'm currently just refilling the starlight biomass in the generators.
Yep, no worries. Yeah, we are desperately low for power. Well, not desperately low. It's more yes, need it.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Alright.
And once this is done...
Yeah, so we need to be very careful on how much stuff we're making now, because if the power goes down, not a good idea. We want to get these smart plates done as quickly as possible so we can get coal fuel, and that'll alleviate all our problems.
Yes, until
the next one.
Until the next problem arises.
Yes. Until the next problem. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Alright. So these are iron rods being... Yeah! Almost fell off the bloody building. Thank you. Just need to make sure I'm lined up with this outer one. 2, 2. Send it straight to there. I only need, if I'm correct, how many per minute? I need 100 per minute, so I need, these are making 40 screws per minute. We can subset half of one of these lines for storage for screws. So I'll, like, just for now, we'll have that set up. I'll run a merger if I can find it. Run a merger to here. Bring all of these guys to this central location. Alright. Now if I add a splitter right to this line here, just for now, we've now got a solid 100 coming in. But now,
Yes.
that means we need, and why are you not connecting? What is up with you? Oh, no wonder. That's not set the screws. Okay, there we go. Now that's setting itself up. Now we've got 100 per minute going. So with that, this is where we need our Mark II belts. Because we're producing more than 60, which is yes. So, have this line come here, cut keel to the right, then straight to there. Last but not least, hook this guy up to power. Rotors. So yeah, with the...
Somebody need second tier conveyors.
Yeah, already
You
done it.
got 'em.
Yeah, alright, the difference between a Mark 1 belt and
No,
Mark
turn
2
your
belt...
flashlight off, just FYI.
The difference
There you
between a Mark 1 belt and a Mark 2 belt is a Mark 1 belt does 60 items per minute, where a Mark 2 belt does 120. Which comes in handy, especially with dealing with miners and everything like that.
It's pretty much double for every mark.
Yeah. Alright, so now
Trust me, there's a
we're...
lot of marks out there.
I don't trust
Friggin' marks.
Alright, so now we've got this set up. What I'll do is get you...
Also, when you have multiple lines converging, the line that is having multiple, like, that is being merged onto, should always be one more than the previous one.
Yeah. Where these are only producing 30, so Mark 1 belt is perfectly fine for the iron rods because it's only...
I did upgrade that to Mark II, though.
Okay. Well, I only needed a Mark 1 for this belt.
Look at it go!
Look at me go! I'm suction cup, man! Look at me go!
Might actually just change that back, because you are correct, we don't need it. And the belt is probably too fast for the machine, so
Yeah.
it does look nice to have nice full belts.
Yeah. Smart platings are 1
We've
to
got
1.
rotors!
Yeah, smart platings now 1 to 1, so all I need now is just one more assembler. We've got 7 rotors in there, which is good. I'll place this guy right here in the middle. And now what we can do is... You just fell off the building.
I've been playing too much Minecraft, I've tried to shift. And I just went sprinting off the edge.
Yeah, be about right. have that loaded into that. Now we've got rotors coming in. This can be turned on to smart plating. Now, time for my favourite part of this game. Oh, first off, I better do the good old...
And I got another Morphosphere.
Nice. I didn't know Matt was still in the game.
Always.
I am out of plates. Surprise, surprise.
What type of plates?
Iron plates.
Oh. What a twist.
Yeah, I know, right? Which is different because, yeah, we're producing enough iron plates to do everything with. So, I might just nick the
Although
200
it's
out of
funny
here.
because we're producing everything to make things. We haven't left any for ourselves.
Yeah. Well, not yet. Once we start setting up all their other ones, we'll, like... I reckon that's what those lesser node, those impure nodes should be for. Is just making stuff that we need. Like, if we need to go, if we say we run out of, like, iron plates or something like that, just go to that one and set that up.
Our personal use. It's fair enough.
For personal use. Alright.
It's medicinal.
Got another limestone node here. We can start using this to produce more concrete as well.
True.
Alright. Now,
Although we don't want to do that because power.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to use the conveyor lift hole and I'll place this right here on the edge. Now, where is this? Right there. Mark 1 belt. Come down and be here. There to there. Whilst K10 is sorting out the walls, which is good. I gotta run all the way back up top to finish up sorting out our smart splitters. Or smart plating, whatever its name is.
Smart plates.
Thank you.
I don't know why they're so smart. They're not really used for much else. I think they're used for like modular engines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because a lot of the space elevator parts aren't really used a whole lot. You have your common materials, then your elevator parts, and some of them do roll into each other, which is nice,
Which is good.
but some just don't, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah. There we go. Now all I just need to do is hook this up to power and we're hunky-dory.
We're laughing.
And now... Nice, the bacon plant. And... Oh,
Yep, the bacon umbrella.
hit the wrong one. Now we're producing smart plating. Right now. We'll be able to finish off... Complete the space elevator part, which is good. But the good part is that we done upgrading. We've got our iron underway, and we've got the elevator to space.
And we've done a little more factory.
And we've done a little more factory. So I got everything sorted out for this episode finally, which is good. Bloody oath it is! Yay!
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 And there was much rejoicing.
Yes, there was.
Yay.
And to say off with how we are, bring out the lookout tower, like usual.
What the hell? Oh, there.
Give it a good old climb up. And here he comes. Alright. Yeah, the factory is slowly producing itself. Like, this entire sector here is just purely iron. I had to make a very small form factor screw works, just very small form factor screws. Seemed to work actually, which is surprising. But
Yes. Oh, there's Bean.
where's Bean?
Oh, yeah.
There's Bean.
Supervisor Beans just checking out my little wire production.
Yeah, Supervisor Fred. Alright. And this tower is still pink. Alright. Well, we've done everything we needed to do for today, eh? I
Yeah.
reckon, like, in between episodes, like, if we don't record another episode straight away, I will come back in and tidy everything up, make everything a bit more level-headed, especially for me. But, yeah. Well, I've been Sgt.HamNutz.
I've been K10.
We hope to bid you guys a good day and a farewell. See you later.
See ya.
Oh, you did that. Alright, catches.